Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Tu Karma. My name is Johnny. Please hit like and subscribe if you like what I'm talking about, and if you don't, put your 2 cents down there and we'll go from there. With that said, what I want to talk about, at least today, is on what I was talking about the other day, knowing the narcissist. And what seems to be the trending topic at the moment is getting closure from the narcissist. And by all means, you keep on trying, but good luck there. So if you want to partake in these Ranger games, and I'll tell you right now, all you're doing is going down that rabbit hole. And the thing is, it's very difficult. I'll speak from experience here. It's very difficult to get out of that rabbit hole. Very difficult. It's actually very toxic. As a matter of fact, you'll start to become just like them. Just like them. What the point is they're not going to give you closure. And I understand. Believe me, I understand. That's what we're looking for, is closure. But let me explain this to you. Closure is a big thing, especially to someone who doesn't understand or doesn't know what the fuck they're dealing with. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a WTF. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And you want answers. You want answers bad. Why do you want answers? You're trying to make sense of the situation. You're trying to make sense of what just happened. You know, you were just put into a washer machine and hit on spin and never stopped. That's why I call it WTF, of what the fuck just happened. And that's exactly how the narcissist wants you. They want you confused. They want you guessing. They want you chasing. Because by all means, by you trying to chase for closure, by you chasing them, by you looking for the closure that you're asking for, you're just making yourself look like the fucking psycho. You're making yourself look like the damn idiot. You're making yourself look like a desperate fool. And for example, the discard is when they leave you. So what the narcissist does, or at least one of their tactics of what they love to do, is to leave you with no fucking closure. Or if they give you a closure, it doesn't make fucking sense. Or it's just a whack-ass one just to shut you up. But they're going to leave you with no closure. Them ghosting, them leaving you, that is your closure. Now, the sooner you wake up to this, the better you understand. And the sooner you can start your own healing. And like I mentioned before, one of the biggest reasons why is because if you are a truth seeker and you want to know the truth, which I understood something was going on, and my objective was to catch her. And me being a truth seeker, oh boy, was that a mistake. And there I was, chasing for fucking closure. Chasing for closure, not knowing what the fuck I was getting myself into. And that's always something that the narcissist, or at least my narc, would always ask me for, is proof. Where's your proof? Show me. And it's just all just to string you along, or just to keep you going, because you can bring them evidence. You can bring them everything. You can bring them a damn person. You catch them having sex. You can catch them with a dick in their mouth. And they're going to say, no, that you're saying things. And it's not the way it looks like. Stuff like that. Alright guys, let me stick to the subject here. I just want to make sure that my point is getting across here. So, excuse my language here. Understand, you're not going to get this fucking closure. You're just not going to get it. Plain and simple. Once you find out they're a narcissist, and you can distinguish, okay, this bitch or this fucking asshole, he's a fucking narc, then it's time to fucking bounce. Now, if I would have known this from the beginning, and actually applied it, and if someone would have told me, Johnny, look, they're a narcissist, straight the fuck up. Closure, you're not going to get it. Why are you not going to get it? I'll tell you why. Because it's a way for them to come back. It's a way for them to bullshit you. It's a way for them to divert. It's a way for them to give you a half-ass answer. It's a way for you to chase them. It's all a fucking tactic. All it is a damn tactic. It's a way they get you to chase. That's why you're not going to get it. And if you get it, like I said, you're going to get a half-ass fucking response. And more or less, they're going to blame you. they're going to blame you about everything no matter what. So once you get that to your head that you're not going to get closure, that should end more than half your issues, more than half your problems. My discard, like I mentioned, happened a little bit sooner than later, for the reason being that I was catching on way sooner than what she was expecting me to. Now, closure, that's what I was talking about, closure. So once you understand that there are narcissists, and you're going to want answers because you want to make sense of things. I wanted to know the fucking truth. It's like I wanted an answer, especially not understanding what narcissism was. And the narcissists love that. Then it can be challenging because, like in my situation, it was difficult because when I started finding out about narcissism or what narcissistic personality disorder is, I got the backlash a lot, especially with my narc, because they love to do this, by the way. They like to blame you or project it onto you. That, aren't you the narc? Aren't you the individual? It's their little stupid tactic they use. I call it 101 because it's a basic of what they do to project onto you. So according to them, you are the narcissist. You're the one doing everything bad. Once you understand what narcissism or narcissistic people, and by the way, you do have to get diagnosed by a doctor. I'm not a doctor, by the way. What I was, I've been with a toxic individual for over 18 years, not to mention my own toxicity in the facade that I played in, and coming from a highly narcissistic family as well. Let me stick to the subject here. The closure part. Why is that so important, or at least why is it something that we need to understand? Because that's exactly what it is. It's a WTF. It's what the fuck is going on? Why? Because that's how the narcissist leaves you. They leave you in that limbo, in that point. Leave you guessing, leave you confused. And that's my thing at the moment. I'm trying to share my experience for others can learn from my mistakes and see the red flags sooner, for they can adjust accordingly and get the fuck out. So it's very crucial to know what a narcissism is, or what is a narc, or what is narcissist, or what exactly is this behavior, what is this, this type of toxicity or evilness, or because it's in the dark triangle, it's in the DSM-5. So is it real? Yeah, it's fucking real. But of course, to the narc, it's a game. It's a game. The worst part is that a lot of people don't even know that they're playing this game. And the reason why I say that is because I was one of those people, not knowing that I'm walking the facade. And speaking of the facade, we actually did name her ex-narc. Her name, or the name that we gave her, was La Guadalupana. La Guadalupana, it's like that church girl, that person who doesn't do nothing wrong, who's just an innocent little victim, who all these big bad men are just abusing her. So she made herself to look like La Guadalupana, like she was always in church and doing nothing wrong. Like, for example, that she does nothing wrong, wink wink, or at least left, because they do ghost you, by the way, and she had ghosted me, I believe it was around Thanksgiving last year. And she had went to, I believe it was Texas of some sort, or somewhere out there. And of course, they always say it's with their family or they're going somewhere, but it's full of lies and bullshit. Now, keep in mind, all this is done that I see now, it's done for they can get a reaction from you, for they can crush you, for they can hurt you, for you can react emotionally. And narcissists feed on your emotions. That's energy for them. So like my narc, she went to Texas, like I mentioned, so I didn't speak to her for like 4 or 5 days. Now that I know, of course, she was telling her her current supply, or her knight in shining armor, because I came to the conclusion that, yeah, like for sure, all the guys knew about one another or knew about her past relationships. Because when the narcissist meets you, they're telling you that they have a crazy ex-boyfriend or a crazy ex-narc, or they're already painting you black. So if they are getting phone calls or bombarded with calls, then all they're going to do is show that to the current supply and say, look, I told you. And they're kind of like, they're getting like a double whammy. They're getting few of them, both sides. That's why they say go gray rock or to starve them, just by ignoring them or just paying no mind to them, like literally just pretend they don't even exist. All right, guys, let me stick to the subject here. And if I would have known these simple things and actually applied them, because you can know this stuff, not apply it, and you're going to just be in the same toxic shithole that you're normally in, or that you can be in. No disrespect here, of course. Things would have turned out so much more differently. I would have saved myself a lot of time, a lot of headaches, a lot of heartache, and been able to heal a lot quicker and faster. And something that kept me stuck, kept me from growing. It actually hindered my growth. That was one of my biggest mistakes. What is that? Chasing for fucking closure. Chasing for closure, not knowing what the fuck I was getting myself into. I started learning as I went on, but by that time I already had made a damn promise. What the point is they're not gonna give you closure. By them ghosting you, by them leaving, that is your closure. Now, depending on how long you've been with the narcissist, depending on how long you've been with them, like for example, mine was 18 years. Like I wanted an answer, especially not understanding what narcissism is. That's why I'm doing this video, because if you're able to distinguish that they are a narc and at least notice the red flags, know why they don't leave you closure, why they ghost you, and why they hoover you back, like, you know, their whole cycle they run, you can pretty much predict them. You can predict the narcissist. So by you looking for that closure, all you're doing is feeding into their game. Just letting you know. So if you want to partake in these reindeer games, if you want to partake in their drama, telenovela, then by all means, search for closure. Go look for it. So just wanted to share that, guys. I hope that helps someone. I hope that makes some sense to people. And I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Love you, Daddy.